ancient text speaks plainly, "Be holy because I, the Lord your God, am holy." This is not merely a religious platitude, friend. It's a transformative invitation rooted in the very character of God himself. Hi, I'm Pastor Elisha Cho. When we examine the love of God in Scripture, we discover something remarkable. This love cannot be separated from holiness. They are not competing virtues, but complementary realities. The love of God was made manifest in the incarnation. Jesus Christ became the living embodiment of divine holiness, meeting human need. And at the very heart of God's love and holiness, Christ has been made tangible and real. Jesus' deity and humanity, his very life, become our model. Friends, hear this truth. Holiness is not a cold system of rules. It is love set aflame by the Spirit of God. And too long have we thought of sanctification as merely avoiding sin, when it is truly about pursuing Christ with our whole heart. The symbol of Jesus is the love of the cross. And at that cross, God's holiness and God's love met. The world tells you that love means tolerance of everything, acceptance without standards, emotions without commitment. But God's love is totally different. If worldly love is pleasure, God's love is holiness. If the world's love is emotional, external, and visual, God's love is love for the soul, love rooted in the center of the heart. God's love includes His justice. His mercy flows from His righteousness. There is no sentimental affection, no mere feeling that ebbs and flows like the tide. This is the very essence of God's character, firm and faithful, extending grace while standing uncompromisingly against sin. His love includes justice and order. It is a love that provides salvation even in its firm stance against sin. This is a dimension of love entirely different from the drifting, unstable love of the world. The great danger of our age and every age is that we shrink God's love down to the measures of human understanding. We make it small, manageable, safe. But in modern society, reducing or shrinking God's love is the great sin and produces serious problems. What problems? Well, first, it distorts God's love. Love becomes reduced to a tool for satisfying human desires, shifting the focus from right relationship to personal fulfillment. Authentic love always prioritizes relationship with God as primary. If relationship with God is not prioritized, love can never be completed. Second, we've made love merely emotional. We've pulled it away from its grounding in God's own being. When your feelings become the standard, when my heart tells me becomes the final authority, you stand on dangerous ground indeed. Some expand love to mean only mercy and forgiveness, as if God were a kindly grandfather who winks at sin, but love is God's essence. It is His character. From within His own being, He governs love as the very substance of His household and family. And third, we've unbalanced love. We've separated what we might call the two-sidedness of love. People say, how can a God of love also judge? But that question reveals our confusion. Under the banner of love, people find it strange that judgment is also included. God's love doesn't overlook sin, it deals with it. And at the cross, judgment and mercy kissed with each other. Justice was satisfied and sinners were saved. We must never dilute the essence of love that hates sin and honors righteousness. Now, let's be clear about the unconditional love, a phrase often misunderstood. God's love is unconditional in this sense. He does not measure His love by human actions or conditions. Every person has equal access to God's love. There are no conditions placed on love. Everyone has been given the right to receive God's love. But, and this is crucial, we must not treat the value of love as cheap. Love itself is holy. It carries the very nature of God and is the most precious, higher level spirituality. Unconditional means everyone is invited, not that holiness doesn't matter. Here's the heart of it all. This love is an invitation into holiness. God's love doesn't leave you where you are. It transforms you. Love is what leads us towards holiness, clothing us anew so that we may pursue sanctification within relationship with Him. You cannot have God's love without His holiness, because love itself is the flower of holiness. Now that's a powerful image. Love as the flower of holiness. If love is the flower of holiness, then relationship is the stem and branch that connects God and humanity. Without that connection, the fragrance cannot be released. The fruit cannot form. If the relationship is not connected, the fragrance of the flower of holiness will not be released, and the fruit called love cannot be born. Do you see it? Holiness is not a situation you achieve, it's a relationship you maintain. Love is the cultivation, the adjustment, the ongoing work that leads us toward holiness. When love is connected to God's essential nature, the fragrance of holiness emerges. That holiness produces the fruit of love, and that fruit becomes the completion of holiness. So let me ask you, are you connected to the source? Is your relationship with God vital and alive? Because only when love is connected to God's essential nature does the fragrance of holiness emerge. That holiness produces the fruit of love, and that fruit becomes the completion of holiness. Be holy because God is holy. Let love be grounded in the character of God. Come to the cross where His holiness and love meet. Pursue sanctification with all your heart. Make relationship with God your priority, and discover that God's love is not like the world's love. It is higher, deeper, and infinitely more transforming. This is the call of Scripture. This is the call of the gospel. This is the call to holy love. If you found any value in this content, make sure to press that like button and share, and make sure to come back for more Christian content. May the Lord bless you. I'll see you in the next one.